All right. My preface precept is in the book of Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 33. My preface precept is in the book of Second Ezra in the Apocrypha, chapter 7, verse 33. And it reads, And the Most High shall appear upon the judgment. Slack it. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and long suffering shall have an end. That was Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 33. Before I get started, I want to give all praise and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakat, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace. Salutations to the hopeful 144,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. Until the few brothers and sisters listening to me that's in this truth, to you I say shalom. Excuse me. This is your brother Kawas. Excuse my voice. I don't know. That's the demon. I was okay before I got on the mic. This is your brother Kawas. Hope that this is your brother Kawas with a quick lesson. Hope the lesson was edifying and to the point. This is suffering. You must love it. Shabbat Shalom. Barakah Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash. The two most important things you'll ever know as a Hebrew Israelite in this truth, in this world, in the name of our power, which is Yahweh, and the name of his son, which is Yahweh Shai. Esau Edom. Esau Edom is a so-called white man. He's not white, but he's red. He's our red, sinister Hebrew big brother, Esau Edom. We are Jacob of the Bible. Yahweh Shai to the chariots fly. Yahweh Shai to the missiles fly. That tortilla chip or the dip. That Maxine Waters or the guillotine. You better repent and come into this truth. We be the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Once again, this is suffering. You must love it. Pray for me and praying for you. Kwame Sharala, Rise, Israel. We got next, baby. Any day now, guaranteed. Can't wait. Book it. My preface precept was in the book of Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 33. Put this up raw. Let's go right here. Let's start at Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11, starting at, let me see, do I want verse 23? No, let's go to verse 20. Hebrews 11, beginning at verse 24. Hebrews 11, beginning at verse 24, and it reads, here we go again with this damn voice. Excuse me. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. 25th verse, Hebrews 11. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh rather than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And this is what we are now in 2025. We are at a time now where pleasures, delights, concupiscence is at an all-time high. Esau Edom, a so-called white man, has a spirit of concupiscence. Do what thou wilt, have it your way, lasciviousness, obey your thirst. But as a hopeful elect man and a hopeful elect princess in this truth and children, we must learn to love to suffer. because we don't want nothing that this world has to offer us. We don't want nothing that this world has to offer us. A trillion, a quadrillion trillion of dollars will not be enough. Will not be enough to make me give up my salvation, my deliverance. You know, the world it's quick satisfaction. Um, it's the word that they use. Not quick fix, but I think it's called immediate satisfaction. You know, just like when I was growing up, I'm young, but you all are younger. You know, we had only a few channels. We didn't have that many options on television, and we didn't have a smartphone or iPad. So TV only gave us uh, small satisfaction. That's why we were outside a lot. We didn't have a lot of home entertainment like we do now with the games and the phones and the internet and the computer and the big screen TV. We only had a few options, and we went outside and played. But now this generation, they have touch screen, so a child can touch and immediately get something. See, we didn't have that growing up. So this is a world full of satisfaction and quick satisfaction. A microwave. I was growing up, you had to put the turkey in the oven for 3 hours. Now you can put the turkey in the air fryer and deep fryer, and within a half hour, 45 minutes, you're eating turkey. So Moses, let's go back. Yeah, right here, Hebrews 11:25. Moses choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh. See, the hopeful elect men, and Lord willing, I'm part of the number of men, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children that are left on planet Earth. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We rather suffer affliction with the other remnant men, women, and children that the Most High is dealing with, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. We had a good run of sin. How does it go? Bear with me, Israel. I haven't been on the mic since Friday. Been really busy. That's why I want to break the ice. But how does it go? It's in. Now I don't have my sword right in front of me. I would have to get up, but it's not the old man. Is the old man? It might not be. It might be the old man. Let me see. It might be what I'm looking for, but the old man. It may be what I'm looking for. Bear with me. Yeah, I think this may be it. Let's go to it. Ephesians 4:22. Let me get it. It says, let's start at verse 21. Ephesians 4:21. If so be that you have heard him, who's him? That's Yahweh Shai, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. The truth is in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, point blank period. The truth is not in Caesar Borgia. Truth is not in Catholicism. Truth is not in Dalai Lama Buddha. Truth is not in Ahaya, Ashai, Yeshua, Yahuwah. The truth is in Yahweh Shai. Verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversations the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts. That's that pleasures for a season. We had a good run as sinners, man. Remember those days? You was a sinner. I remember those days, man. I thought I was a player, whoremonger, adulterer. Used to smoke marijuana, eat swine's flesh. Man, it was terrible. You know, loving materials. My car was number one in my life. You know, things of that nature. It says that you put off concerning the former conversations, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lust. We had a good run of being corrupt. according to deceitful lust. Verse 23, Ephesians 4, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Moses was renewed in the spirit of his mind. That's why he said in Hebrews 11 and 25, Moses choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh. Are you willing to do that, Jakey, Keisha? I doubt it. It's not about prosperity. It's about prophecy. Yes, we have money. We like money. But we refuse to. Let me get that in 1 John. What's that? 1 John. Love not the world. No. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, because I believe it says also because the world passeth away. Let me see if this is it. Bear with me. Right here. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world. The deceitful lust that come with the world, the instant gratification. Love not the world. What does that mean? We don't like your paper dollar, FRN, Esau Edom. We don't like your concrete. We don't like working 40 to 60 hours a week paying taxes. We don't like having to get up early in the morning to go and work for you. We don't like the 5G technology, Wi-Fi signals in our home. We don't want a Tesla where there's all kind of Wi-Fi signals all inside there. Love not the world. Real talk. And I'm just getting started here. Perfectly, I'm breaking the ice. We don't even like your homes, man. Don't get me wrong. If I had a mansion, I'll take it. But, man, we don't like your bullshit-ass houses. We want mansions, man, with acres and acres and acres and acres and acres. Minimum 5,000 5,000. Put it like this. My next door neighbor shouldn't be no more than 10 miles away. No, be no closer than 10 miles away. My next door neighbor should be minimum 10 miles away from me. Minimum. So no, we don't love your homes, your apartments, your two-story houses, your condominiums, your buildings, your skyscrapers. We love not the world. See, and a lot of a lot of two-third Jake unbelieving Negro Christians don't understand when Yahweh Shai said, love not the world, nor the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, let me read that again. 1 John 2:15. Love not the world. Point blank, period, man. Neither the things that are in the world. I just named that. Oh, brother, you know, love not the world, man. I don't want nothing this world has to offer except this truth. You got to have that mindset, and it's going to explain that. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Point blank, period. No, brother, it doesn't mean that. It means if you love everything Esau Edom has to offer you, then the love of Yahweh is not in you. 16th verse, 1 John 2:16. For all, no, brother, it's not referring to all. It's just, no, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh. All you see is temptation everywhere. Turn on the TV, women naked. Turn on the TV, men kissing. Turn on the TV, selling condoms, Viagra, whatever those other new pills they got. Turn on the internet, women shaking their behind, men kissing. Turn on the TV, you see on one plate, you'll see ribs, pork ribs, pork spare ribs, lobster, and shrimp. The lust of the flesh. See, the flesh is like a fireplace. The flesh is like a fireplace. The more wood you put into the fire, the more it burns. So the more you lust after things and give the flesh what it desires, food, sex, drugs, material, wealth, and blessings, the more it will want. That's why the majority of the brothers and sisters that are in this truth, we have things, but we're not super duper rich. Now there's some brothers, of course, that got it going on, but the more you have it going on financially, the more time you should have to this truth. But see, the more you have it going on, the more you got to keep it going on. One of the brothers out in Chicago, Shapatya, GMS Shapatya, he's a cook, and he's a high level chef, and he cooks for rich folks at a very expensive restaurant and hotel. And he did a video a while back explaining how he's not able to do his videos. Well, he has to start doing more videos because he's finding himself making this money, making this bread, and the Spirit got on him because one of the apostles did a video and was talking about, brothers, I don't care what you're doing, you still got to do your videos, and he got convicted, and he's on TV out there in Chicago. He's one of the number one chefs out there, but he's in the truth. In order to keep that money coming in and that status, that level, he has to keep grinding. You see, so it comes with that. When the more you have, the more you got to keep it. That's why the majority of us brothers and sisters that's in this truth, we have things, but we lived daily. We ask the Lord for our daily bread. We live day by day. Back to what I was saying, 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, more money, more sex, more drugs, and the lust of the eye. Man, I need that new Porsche, man. I need that woman right there. You know what I'm saying? I want that new car. I want that new house. I want that new job. I want that salary. The lust of the eye and the pride of life. And see, the more you have, the more pride you get. I remember this one, she's a congresswoman. I think she's a governor. And she was talking to this woman, and she addressed her by her name. The woman addressed the governor by her name. And she said to her, please address me as governor. I worked hard for that title. That's the pride of life. Not knowing that the Most High gave you the strength, the ability to get those degrees. That goes back to this right here. Deuteronomy 8. Deuteronomy 8. Bear with me. Let me get it. Excuse me. Right here. Excuse me. This is fire. Where do I want to start? I'm going to read quickly. I'm going to start at verse 11. Check this out. Deuteronomy 8, beginning at verse 11. Beware that you forget not the Lord Yahweh, your power, when you get your money, when you get your status, when you get that Tesla, when you get that new crib, that new mansion. Be aware that you forget not the Lord Yahweh, your power, and not keeping his commandments. And all those that got it going on financially, they're not in this truth. The majority of the people that got it going on financially is not in the truth because they don't want to suffer. You bringing in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K a month. You ain't about to cut that in half or go down to $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month to teach this truth. But see, in this truth, you must learn to suffer. Remember Moses, Hebrews 11:25. Moses choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin. Pleasures of sin for a season. Point blank, period. But see, who's willing to do that? Go from $50K a month to $10K a month to teach this truth. Like I said, the majority of brothers and sisters that's in this truth, we don't have it going on like that. Some have it going on to a certain extent, but not to where it's affecting this truth, because the Most High is not dealing with people that are like that. He's dealing with people and men, women, and children that have time for this truth. You must have time for this truth. Let's get back. Deuteronomy 8 and 11. Beware that you forget not to the Lord Yahweh your power, and not keeping his commandments. And when you have it going on financially, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, $50,000, $100, $100,000 a month coming in, you forget his commandments. You find yourself sacrificing and maybe sleeping with somebody that you shouldn't sleep with to get the contract, eating swine's flesh. You know, he or she brings out a dish mixed with pork that got pork in it, and instead of saying no, I don't eat pork, because you don't want to offend them to get the contract, so you eat the flesh, eat the swine's flesh, things of that nature, and not keeping his commandments and his judgments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day in the wilderness. Verse 12, Deuteronomy 8. Lest when you have eaten and are full, and that's living like a fat rat in a cheese factory in America, loving the world and the thing that the world has to offer, right? Lest when you have eaten and are full, living like a fat rat in a cheese factory, and has built goodly houses and dwelt therein, 13th verse, and when your herds and your flocks multiply, your bank account is zeros. It's zeros everywhere. And when your herds and your flocks multiply, you got 10 cars. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 cribs. And your silver and your gold is multiplied. You got 2-3 businesses now. And all that you have is multiplied. 14th verse. Then your heart is lifted up, and you forget the Lord Yahweh, your power. That happens. That's why the scripture says, I'm going to get to that. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Why? Because he'd rather have his riches, pleasure for a season, pleasure of sin for a season. We read that again. Deuteronomy 8 and 14. Then your heart be lifted up, and you forget the Lord Yahweh your power, who gave it to you. It's going to get to that, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. The Most High led us through the wilderness, man. He delivered us from Pharaoh, who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness. The Most High did. Not your wealth did not get you through school. The Most High got you through school. The Most High gave you that ability, that thought to get that business. The Most High gave you that ability to make that decision to get that stock. And it's going to explain it, but you forgot who gave you the ability to get the money. It's going to explain it. Listen to this. Deuteronomy 8:15, who led thee through the great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents and scorpions and drought, where there was no water, who brought thee forth water out of the rock of flint. Verse 16, Deuteronomy 8, who fed thee in the wilderness with manna, provided for you when you didn't have anything to provide for yourself, got you through school, got you through those times when you eating oodles and noodles. living in your car, which your fathers knew not, that he might humble thee. See, he brought you through that, or put you through that to humble you. Then you get it going on and you forgot where you came from. That's why occasionally I will catch the bus. I will walk somewhere. I will catch the bus so I can stay humble. To humble, that he might humble thee, and that he might prove thee. See, he humbles you to prove you. But you rich Israelites that got it going on, you prosperity gospel loving Negro Christians that got it going on financially, you have failed the test that he's proven you. The more you have financially, the more you ought to be on the block teaching the truth. The more you have financially, the more you must humble yourself and submit yourself to the brothers. The more you have financially, the more you ought to give to the brothers on the highways and the byways, that he may prove thee, to do thee good at your latter end. And we are in the latter end, but you got to pass the test with the finances. You must pass the test with your humility. Once again, the more you got financially, the more homes you have, the more you ought to give one away to the brothers. The more you ought to let brothers sleep there that are homeless. The more cars you have, the more you ought to give them away to the brothers. Verse 17, Deuteronomy 8. And you shall say in your heart, your mind, this is what they say that got it going on financially. Prosperity gospel lovers, lovers of the world, lovers of their flesh and their eye and their pride of life. This is what they say. Deuteronomy 8:17. And you say in your heart, which is your mind, my power, that's selfish, my power and the might of my hand has gotten me this wealth. That's a lie. That's a lie. The Most High got you through school to get that job. The Most High gave you that idea to get that stock, to start that business. But you say, my power and my mind and the might of my hand has got me this wealth. Verse 18, here's my point. Deuteronomy 8:18. But you shall remember the Lord Yahweh your power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth. Why? Why does the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai gives you the power to get the money, to get the business, that he may establish his covenant, which he swore unto your fathers as it is this day. He gives you the power to get the money, to get the job, to get the wealth, to get the stock, to get all, to establish his covenant, not your covenant. Verse 19, Deuteronomy 8:19. And it shall be, if you do all, Slakia, if you do at all forget the Lord Yahweh your power and walk after other gods, idols, your money is an idol, your home is an idol, your businesses is an idol, your title is an idol, and walk after other gods, idolatry, and serve them, loving the world and worship them, I testify you this day that ye shall surely perish. During Jacob's trouble, during World War III. As the nations which the Lord Yahweh destroyeth before your face, so shall you perish. One of the nations that the Most High Yahweh will destroy is America with a triple K. And you shall perish in America with a triple K because you love your money, your car, your Tesla, your business, your mansion, because you would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh, your power. That was Deuteronomy 8, verse 11 through 20. Back to 1 John 2:16. For all that is in the world, Tesla, titles, lust, lasciviousness, drug, concupiscence, and the lust of the eye, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world, Craig. 1 John 2:17, and the world passes away. So I don't give a damn what you got, Jakey. I don't give a damn how big your crib is, how many whips you got, what your bank account say. It's all about to be destroyed. Not today, not tomorrow, but it will pass away. Any day now, I'm guaranteed, can't wait, book it. So we, the hopeful elect men, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children, we are storing up our riches in heaven. Let me see if I can find that. And I'm going to get to my lesson. I'm just in the spirit. Bear with me. Matthew 6:20. These are the words of Yahushua. Let me see what verse 19 say. Matthew 6:19. These are the words of Yahushua in red. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. Now, of course, if someone was to give me a what's it called, Porsche Panamera, I'll take it. If someone was to give me a mansion, I'll take it. Someone was to give me a business that's making a lot of money, I'll take it. And guess what I'll do with the finances? Lord willing, help the brothers. Give brothers jobs. Give brothers cars. But the scripture, Yahushua said, oh, brother, but see, everybody's a believer until the scriptures come out. Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Caesar Borgia, Jesus Christ, said, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust do corrupt. Why? Because it passes away. We just read that in 1 John 2:17. And where thieves break in and steal. Matthew 6, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. Hitting the highways and the byways. Doing the works. Let me prove that. Yeah, that's okay. I'm rolling. It's called rolling in the spirit. Zechariah 8. Check this out. And there's many more, but my spirit just jumped to this. Zechariah 8. This you do. This you do. Where is it at? Bear with me. I'm in Zechariah 8. Yep. Right here. What led me here? It said Matthew 6:20. Where thieves do not break in and steal. Lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven by doing the work. Hitting the highways and the byways. Doing your sit downs. Call on the Nabiyah Bashim Yahushua. Having a diet law. Observing the high holy days. Exercising the righteous acts to the best of our ability. Laying up treasures for ourselves in heaven. Right? How do you do that? Zechariah 8:16. These are the things ye shall do. Listen good. These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Week in and week out. The men of Great Millstone, the men of Black Doctrine. We speak the truth. We speak to every man the truth to his neighbor. Doing the sit downs. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. And that's America. We're execute the judgment of truth and peace in the gates of America. And we're speaking the words, speak every man the truth to his neighbor, unto good works. Here go another one. Uh-oh, bear with me. Yeah, Ephesians 2:10. Let me get that. Yep. Ephesians 2:10. Let me see what 2 and 9 say. let's go to verse 10. Ephesians 2 and 10. For we, the hopeful elect men and the 1/3 men, women, and children, and Lord willing, I'm part of that number. For we are his workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai unto good works, laying not up treasures on earth, but laying up treasures in heaven, which Yahweh has before ordained that we should walk in them, the good works, teaching the truth, every man his neighbor, heeding the highways and the byways, week in and week out, studying like a madman, reading like a madman, ruling our homes in righteousness, having a diet law, obeying the high holy days. Okay, back to 1 John 2:17, and the world passes away, and the lust thereof, can't wait. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh, remember the things you shall do, Zechariah 8:19. No, Zechariah 8:16, the things you shall do. But he that doeth the will of Yahweh abide forever. Isn't that what we want, to abide forever? That's why Moses said, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Hebrews 11 and 26. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt. Esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than thee. Let me get that in the blue letter. Let me go to the blue letter real quick. Blue letter, Hebrews 11, 26. Let me go to the NLT. Let's see what the NLT. Check this out. Hebrews 11, 26 in the NLT. He, referring to Moses, he thought it was better to suffer, ding, 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 for the sake of Hamashiach than to own the treasures of Egypt, a modern day America. So the men of a great millstone, the men of black doctrine, Slakia, or the hopeful elect men, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, and the 1/3 men, women, and children, we think it, we feel or think that it's better to suffer with we'll rather have our daily bread one day at a time, eating, paying our bills one day at a time, having time for this truth, having time to study and read. Once again, let me emphasize this point. If I was given a business that bringing $100,000 a month, having multiple cars and homes, it would be for the brotherhood. I don't want to have all this money coming in and not have time for this truth. Point blank, period. So that's why the majority of the brothers and sisters that's in this truth, we are not super duper rich, because the more you have, the more you got to keep it. Not the average person is not going to go from 100,000 a month to 5,000 a month to teach this truth. They're not going to do it. See, but we enjoy the level we are financially, because it gives us an opportunity to study and do this truth. Let me prove that right here. Hebrews 11:26 in the NLT. Moses, he thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Hamashiach than to own the treasures of Egypt, or America with a triple K, for he was looking ahead to his great reward. You see? Let's go to let's go to Romans 8. It was a scriptures in the Apocrypha, intemperance at an end. Let me get that real quick. Intemperance at an end. Intemperance. Bear with me. Yes, here we go. Let's see what verse 43 say. Let's start at verse 43. Second Esdras 7 and 43 in the Apocrypha. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. What is the day of doom? When the ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile from Russia, China, North Korea, will hit America with a triple K. That's the day of doom, World War III, when the missiles hit America. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, America. So you're going to lose your Tesla, your mansion, your multiple businesses. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time that we're in now, and the beginning of immortality to come. That's that reward that Moses preferred. That's that reward that we look forward to. Bear with me. Let me get this one. I'm rolling. Go with the flow. Get your Bible. That's how this works. You got to keep up. Bear with me. Bear with me, or else my typing is terrible right now. Let's get it. Romans 8 and 18. Romans 8 and 18. Romans 8 and 18. Where you at, Romans? There it is. Romans 8 and 18. Romans 8:18. For I reckon that the sufferings, ding, 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 of this present time, living day by day is suffering. Because in the kingdom, we're not going to be living day by day, meaning our provision. We're going to have an abundance of everything, like Esau Edom has, the so-called white man. He has an abundance. He has a surplus of whatever he needs: finances, food, water, gold, wine, women, everything. But we're suffering. But we'd rather suffer for Hamashiach's sake. Let's get that one more time. Remember, right here. Hebrews 11:26 in the NLT. Moses said he thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Hamashiach than to own the treasures of Egypt. Why? For he was looking ahead to his great reward. And here's that great reward. Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time, living day by day, our daily bread, getting a certain amount of hourly a month, paying your bills, and put a little bit of gas in your car and going with the flow of America, the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared. See, it's a comparison to be compared with the glory. He's comparing the glory to this world to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us in the new kingdom. Abundance, immortality, ruling and reigning in righteousness, being a king and a priest. A king has the finances, the wealth, and the priest has the word, the wisdom. We're going to be kings and priests. So this suffering that we're going through right now is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Looking forward to it. Why? Because the earth passes away. Where was I? Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy. Oh, I was there. That's the spirit. I'm in Romans 8:18, and I went to it. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in us. Verse 19. I just want to make sure I start at the right place. Yeah, Salakia, just want kind of hit myself right there. Actually, I did want to start at verse 16. Let's start at verse 16. Romans 8:16. The spirit itself, or Hakwadash. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, the Israelites. And if children, and we are children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. So if Yahweh Shai, who's Hamashiach, if Yahweh Shai, who is Hamashiach, has it going on, we're joint heirs. So that means we're going to have it going on in the new kingdom. But we must forsake this world and love not this world, and the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. What does that say? How does it go? Ephesians, where was it at? 1 John, I'm sorry. 1 John 2:17. And 1 John 2:17. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abide forever. And that goes to that 2nd Esdras 7:43 that I didn't finish. 2nd Esdras 7 verse 43 in the Apocrypha. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality to come. That's that glory that is not to be compared with this suffering, wherein corruption is past. 44 verse, 2nd Esdras 7:44. Intemperance, that's that lasciviousness, that's that concupiscence, that's that pride of life, that's that lust of the eye. Intemperance is at an end, can't wait. Infidelity is cut off. Intemperance, love of money, can't control your flesh, pride of life, lust of the eye. Infidelity is cut off. Unbelief. And there's unbelief in this kingdom, remember, because they forget the Most High Yahweh who gave them the wealth. Remember, we read that in Deuteronomy 8. See, that's infidelity, unbelief, being an infidel because you forgot who gave you the ability to get the wealth. Infidelity is cut off, can't wait. Righteousness is grown, woo, and truth is sprung up. Back to Romans 8. Verse 17, and if children, then heirs of Yahweh, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. Yes, I love that, being a joint heir with Hamashiach. The hopeful elect men and the 1/3 men, women, children only first. Then all of Israel will eventually get it in the new kingdom. But you want to be a first-round draft pick on what the world call a UFO. It's not a UFO, it's a chariot. If so be that we suffer, ding, 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 with him, just having our daily bread, just enough to pay our bills, just enough to eat, just enough to get gas. Once again, if someone was to give me a business, but bringing in $100,000 a month or more, I will use it for the kingdom. If someone was to give me a car dealership, I will give brothers vehicles. If they was to give me businesses, I would give the brothers jobs. See, remember Deuteronomy 8? Remember 8:18? It says, verse 18, Deuteronomy 8:18. But you shall remember when you get your money, your businesses, but you shall remember Yahweh your power when you get it. For it is he that giveth thee the power to get wealth. Why? That he may establish his covenant, which he sware unto your fathers, as it is this day. It is for you to advertise the kingdom. Having airplanes every week flying across the city saying, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Having billboards on every freeway saying, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Buying up television ads promoting Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to establish his covenant, not your agenda. Romans 8, verse 17. And if so be that we suffer with him, and we do, the hopeful elect men and the 1/3 men, women, and children, we suffer with Yahweh Shai, that we may also be glorified together in the new kingdom. Remember Moses, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures? Well, no, I like the Hebrew, the NLT. He thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Hamashiach than to own the treasures of Egypt. Why? For he was looking ahead to his great reward. And that's that glory that we shall be glorified with Hamashiach in the new kingdom. Verse 18, Romans 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Point blank, period. How far do I want to go on that? Let's go to verse 23. For the creature, Slaki, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature, we're the creature, we are waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Hamashiach. We are waiting for the manifestation of us getting a new body, ruling and reigning in righteousness in the new kingdom, being kings and priests with slaves. Verse 20, Romans 8. For the creature was made, the men, us, the hopeful elect men, all of Israel, the Israelites, for the creature was made subject to vanity. We were made subject to vanity. What good is an answer, Yahushua, than having a problem, which is Esau or vanity? What good is a problem without an answer? What good is an answer without a problem? The problem is vanity. The answer is Yahushua. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, because that was part of the script that we are to go off. He was to give us a problem because he's the answer. What good is a problem without an answer? Vanity, going off, sinning is the problem. The answer is Yahushua Mashiach. But by reason of him, Yahushua, whom has subjected the same in hope, the Israelites, verse 21, Romans 8, because the creature itself also shall be delivered. That's the answer to vanity. From the bondage, that's the problem, of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh. That's the answer. Verse 22, Romans 8, for we know that the world, and we love not the world, nor the things that are in the world, the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. For we know that the world, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together unto now, because of vanity and bondage and corruption. Verse 23, and not only they, the world, the creation, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, the hopeful elect men, and the ones that are men, women, and children. We have the same spirit of Moses, right? Remember, we thought it better to suffer. That's the spirit that it says right here in Romans, the first fruits of the Spirit of Yahweh, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption. Can't wait to be adopted into the new kingdom. Well, we are adopted, but we will be joint heirs with Hamashiach in the new kingdom, ruling and reigning in righteousness with abundance, to wit, the redemption of our body. That's immortality. That the first fruits of the Spirit, the hopeful elect men and the 1/3 men, women, and children, we think or feel is better to suffer. Hebrews 11:26, for the sake of Hamashiach, than to own the treasures of Egypt or America. Why? For he was looking ahead to his great reward. 1 Corinthians 15, start at verse 20. I'm going to go to verse 28. 1 Corinthians 20, 1 Corinthians 15, 1 Corinthians 15, beginning at verse 20. But now, right now, is Hamashiach risen from the dead. Point blank, period. There is a man in heaven next to the Father Yahweh, the Son, which is Yahushua. But now Hamashiach risen from the dead and became the first fruits of them that slept. Yahweh Shai. Verse 21, and Lord willing, we're part of that number of the first fruits that have the Spirit. Remember, we just read that in Romans 8. 1 Corinthians 15:21. For since by man came death, Adam, by man came also the resurrection of the dead, Yahweh Shai, the second Adam. 22nd verse, 1 Corinthians 15. For as in Adam all die, excuse me, even so in Hamashiach shall all be made alive in the new kingdom. 23rd verse. But every man in his own order. Listen good. Hamashiach, the first fruits. Afterward, they that are Hamashiachs at his coming. And Lord willing, I'm part of the number of men that are Hamashiachs at his coming. Remember Zephaniah? I believe it's Zephaniah 1:12. Khan. Zephaniah 1:12. And it shall come to pass. That's a prophecy. At that time, when Yahweh Shah cracked these clouds, what led me here when it said at his coming? 1 Corinthians 15:23. Afterwards, they that are Hamashiachs at his coming, when he cracked these clouds. Zephaniah led me to Zephaniah 1:12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I, who's I, Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that love the world, that desire that immediate satisfaction, that immediate gratification, who refuse to lose their finances or their business for Hamashiach's sake, who refuse to lose Caesar Borgia for Hamashiach's sake, and punish the men that are settled on their lees, that love America, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good. He's not going to come and deliver us out of this place and give us a new kingdom, nor will he do evil. Oh, he's not going to destroy the world, brother. He's not going to give us a new kingdom, and he's not going to destroy the world via ICBM thermonuclear missile hellfire. And you don't want to be those that are settled on their leads. You want to be those that love not the world, nor the things that are in the world. Why? Because the world passes away and the things that are therein. Back to 1 Corinthians 15, verse 24. Then cometh the end. Can't wait. When Yahweh shall crack these clouds, when he shall have delivered up into what the world call a UFO. It's not a UFO. It's a chariot of the Most High. When he shall have delivered up the kingdom, ding ding, to Yahweh. Yahweh Shah is going to deliver the kingdom to Yahweh. Even the Father, when he shall have put down, Yahweh Shah, all rule and all authority and power of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. 25th verse, 1 Corinthians 15. For he must reign. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, till he has put all enemies under his feet. Who are the enemies? Read Psalms 83, the first several verses. And you backsliding 2/3 Jake, settle on your lees, prosperity gospel loving America with a triple K loving Negro Christians are his enemy as well. Until he has put all enemies under his feet. And he's going to put you 2/3 Jake, America with a triple K loving, Valentine celebrating, voting, Negro Christians under his feet as well by destroying you, punishing you during Jacob's trouble. Civil unrest, no jab, no job, medical martial law, manufactured famine, as well as during World War III. 1 Corinthians 15 and 26. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Can't wait. 27th verse. for he has put all things under his feet. Yahweh put all things under the feet of Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. But when he saith all things are put under him, it is manifest, made into existence, that he is expected, which did put all things under him. Yahweh expects Yahweh Shah to put everything under his feet, because it is written. 1 Corinthians 15:28, and when all things shall be subdued unto him, Yahweh Shai, unto him Yahweh, then shall the Son Yahweh Shai also himself be subject unto him, the Father, Yahweh. Bear with me, hold on one sec. Bear with me. Right here. 1 Corinthians 15:28. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, Yahweh, then shall the Son Yahweh Shah also himself be subject unto him, Yahweh, that put all things under him, that Yahweh may be all in all. So when Yahweh gives Yahweh Shah the authority to put all things under his feet, then Yahweh Shah, the Son, will be subject to Yahweh, who gave him the ability to put all things under his feet. Let's read it again. 1 Corinthians 15:28. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, Yahweh, then shall the Son Yahweh Shah also himself be subject unto him, Yahweh, that put all things under him, that Yahweh may be all in all. What else I got? Revelations 2, start at verse 25. Revelations 2, verse 25. These are the words in red of Yahweh Shai. But that which you have already, hold fast till it come. Point blank, period. What do we have? This truth, this knowledge, the name, this suffering, this love of suffering, the Spirit, the first fruits of the Spirit. We're going to hold on to that. I'm not going to transfer what I have for material wealth and blessings of America with a triple K. It's greater later. It's greater later. We read that. Hold, but that which you have already, hold fast till I come. This suffering, this love of suffering for Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai's sake. Verse 26, Revelations 2, words of Yahweh Shai read. And he that overcometh, hold fast that which he has till he come. Ride it till the wheels fall off. And he that overcometh his flesh, the lust of the eye, the pride of life, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end, hitting the highways and the byways, doing the good works, telling the truth on the highways and the byways, doing the sit downs, ruling our homes in righteousness, dying daily to our flesh, exercising the righteous acts to the best of our ability, keeping the high holy days. To him will I give power over the nations. I'd rather have that. It's called I don't want the constellation carrot. Let me show you an image of that. The constellation carrot. Carrot. Images. Cartoon, I'm sorry. Let me see. It was a certain one that I like to see. Let me see if I can do it. Bear with me. But I'd rather bear with me. It's like it. And that word constellation is in the scriptures too. Let me see. Yeah, they're not showing what I want. It's all bueno. It's like where let me try constellation carrot horse, because I think because it's like that's why they call it a consolation prize, because it's not the big deal. You ever watch Let's Make a Deal, which is one of my favorite TV shows? Let's Make a Deal. They have a consolation prize. That's not the big deal, and that word consolation is in the scriptures. Let me see if I can bring that up. Bear with me. Bear with me. Is this the one I want? Right. I think this may be it. Bear with me as well. If that's the one I want, this may be the one right here. 2 Corinthians 1 and 6. If whether we be afflicted, listen good. 2 Corinthians 1 and 6. And whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring. So it's like we have like a consolation prize now, the first fruits of the Spirit. This hold fast till I come. It's like a consolation now. Remember, the sufferings of this world is not to be compared to the glory that we will have in the new kingdom. The suffering that we have now is the consolation. It's not the big deal. It says, 2 Corinthians 1 and 6, and whether we be afflicted, it is for your consolation and salvation, deliverance, which is effective in the enduring of the same sufferings which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted with the consolation prize right now to a certain extent, or it is for your consolation and salvation. So we have a somewhat of a consolation prize now. This knowledge, this truth, this suffering, this love of suffering. It's somewhat of a consolation prize, which will cause us to be delivered into salvation, into what the world call a UFO, delivered and have salvation. So it is a somewhat of a consolation, this knowledge, this truth that we have, but it's not to be compared with the glory that should be revealed in us in the new kingdom. You got that? Good. Back to Revelations 2, verse 27. Words of Yahushua in red. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Yahushua is going to rule the nations with a rod of iron. How much more is men? As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken and shivered. So it's going to be a lot of ass whipping. I said a lot of ass whipping in the new kingdom. Even as I received of my Father. Verse 28. And I will give him the morning star. That's Yahushua. And I believe we go to verse 29. Yes. He that has an ear, he that has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. Let me see. I think I'm almost done. Yes, Matthew 19. Start at verse 28. No, let's start at Khan. Let's see, it goes all the way to verse 30. So let me start at verse 16. Matthew 19 and 16. Matthew chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, see, one came and said unto him, someone came to Yahushua and said, Good master, what good things shall I do that I may have eternal life? Ding, ding, ding. That's the topic. Eternal life. What good things shall I do that I may have eternal life? Not the consolation prize on this side. Cars, Teslas, women, drugs, abundance on this side, eternal life. 17th verse, Matthew 19. These are the words in red of Yahushua. And he answered unto him, why calleth me good? Why calleth you me good? There is none good but one, that is Yahweh. But if you will enter into life, be renewed by the transforming of your mind, the inward man is renewed day by day, the outward man perish. But if you will enter into life, keep the commandments, die daily, keep the high holy days, call on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, love not the world, do the sit downs, hit the highways and the byways week in and week out. Be women, princesses, be modest, feminine, docile, quiet, in order. Wear dresses below your knee. Braid your own hair. Cover your head when you pray. Men, grow your beard. If you will keep the commandments, Matthew 19:18, he said unto him, which Yahushua said, that you shall do no more. The gentleman said unto Yahushua, which, and Yahushua said that, you shall do no murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, honor thy father and thy mother, and you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor is your fellow Israelites. Your neighbor is your fellow Israelites, the people of your nation. Yes, I love my people. That's why I risk my freedom and my life week in and week out on the highways and the byways, prophesying the downfall of America, as well as ushering in the coming of our Lord and Savior. 20th verse, Matthew 19:20. The young man said unto him, all these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet? So I did all that, Lord. I keep the commandments to the best of my ability, Lord. Well, what do I lack? Listen good. Matthew 19, verse 21. Yahushua said unto him, if you will be perfect. What is perfect in the scriptures? Mature, complete. If you will be perfect, mature, complete, go and sell that which you have. But hold on, I didn't bring this out. It was a rich poor man. Let me see if I can get that. No, it wasn't a rich poor man, but where it says, I thought it said, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm a little ahead of myself. It's going to say it here. Salakia, I'm a little excited. Got a little ahead of myself. Matthew 19:21. It's going to say what I was looking for as I read. Matthew 19:21. Yahushua said unto him, if you will be perfect, mature, complete in 2025, go and sell that you have and give to the poor. So take that $100,000 business and break it down to $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. That home you got, those homes you have, give them to brothers that are homeless. Those cars you have, give them to brothers that don't have cars. That money you have coming in every month, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month coming in, give that to the brothers every month. Go and sell that you have and give to the poor, and you shall have treasures in heaven. Wait a minute, in heaven. But what about now, right? That's the love of the eye, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. And come and follow me. Wait a minute, he said, you shall have treasures in heaven, semicolon. And come and follow me. So get rid of everything you have and hit the highways and the byways with me week in and week out. Verse 22, Matthew 19. But when the young man heard was saying. These are these prosperity, gospel loving Christians. But when the young man heard that saying, sell what you have, give to the poor, and follow me, he went away sorrowful. Sorrowful means you like he lost something, or he's going to lose something. He went away sorrowful. Why? For he had great possessions. He was living like a fat rat in a cheese factory. Had it going on in modern day terms. But when Yahushua told him what to do, he went away sorrowful. He didn't do what Yahushua said. Why? Because he had great possessions. Verse 23, Matthew 19. Then Yahushua said unto his disciples, truly, truly, I say unto you, that a rich man, Pastor Pervert, Bishop Bacon, prosperity, gospel, loving Christian Negroes, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom because he loves his riches. You want me to get rid of what I sleep on 500 count sheets. I wear 200 thread shirts. I eat the best of the best, drink the best of the best, drive the best of the best. That a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven because he loves his possessions. Matthew 19 and 24, words of Yahushua. And again, I say unto you, Yahushua said, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. And that refers to when the gates were closed coming into a city. It was only one way in at that time once they closed the gates, and it was a very little gate. And a camel, which is a very stubborn animal, the owner of the camel would have to make that stubborn camel bow down and go through the gate, take off everything that's on the camel, and then make this stubborn animal bow down. So it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle to get into the gate than for a rich man to enter through the kingdom, because that rich man refused to humble himself and take off everything that he has and sell it and give it away to the poor and follow Yahushua. He is looking for, you must have a contrite heart, humility. Verse 25, Matthew 19. When the disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, Who then can be saved? Yahushua, Master, who can be saved then? Everybody got things, right? Verse 26, Matthew 19 and 26. But Hamashiach Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, he kind of knows that they were amazed and overwhelmed. With men, this is impossible. But with Hamashiach, Yahweh, Slaki, a little excited, but with Yahweh, all things are possible. In other words, you can humble yourselves and give away and sell what you have and follow Yahweh Shah, and he will provide. That's why he said to his men, let me see if it's here. I don't think so. Let me see let me get it just in case it's not. Bear with me. I'm almost done. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'll get this one. This is cool. Okay. Let's go back. Matthew 19:27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. I have forsaken my family. That person, but I don't get along with them. I mean, of course, I say hi and bye and kiss them and all that kind of stuff, but They eat swine's flesh. They call on Caesar Borgia. They celebrate holidays. What do we have in common? They live prosperity gospel. What do we have in common? We have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? So Peter wants to know, wait a minute, what are we going to get, Father? Yahweh Shai? By giving up everything and following you. What are we going to get here on this side? Listen. Verse 28, Matthew 19. And Yahweh Shai said unto them. That's a nice question, right? Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, truly, that you, which have followed me, and Lord willing, I'm part of the number of men that follow Yahweh Shai in the regeneration, in the new kingdom, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. 29th verse. Listen, he ain't done. And every, Matthew 19:29, and everyone that have forsaken, listen good. Matthew 19:29. No, that was now he just told him what you're going to get in the kingdom. Right? Now listen to what he say right now. Matthew 19:29, words of Yahweh Shai. And everyone that has forsaken houses, brethren, or sisters, or father, or mothers, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Matthew 19:30. But many that are first shall be last. And who are the first that shall be last? The prophets. And the last shall be first. And we're the last, and we will be first. Let's go to Luke 22, and I'm out. Verse 35. Luke 22, verse 35. Kind of saying the same thing, but let's do it. We'll have Peter, verse 34. No. Luke 22, 35. And he said unto them, Yahweh Shai said, when I sent you without purse, when I sent you out to teach this truth, hit the highways and the byways, and script and shoes, lack you anything? The Most High Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai provides for Kawas, man. He's always provided for Kawas. When I was calling on Caesar Borgia, he provided for Kawas. How much more now that I got the name and his knowledge and his truth? He takes care of Kawas, man. He takes care of his elect and the 1/3 men, women, and children, and Lord willing, are part of that number. And they said nothing. We have lacked nothing in these last days by suffering for Hamashiach's sake. It's your brother Kawas Balak. This has been, you must learn to suffer. Salaki, this is suffering. You must love it. Hope the lesson was edifying and to the point. Pray for me. I'm praying for you, Israel. Kwame Asherallah, rise, Israel. We got next, baby. Any day now. Guaranteed. Can't wait. Book it. Shabbat Shalom. Barakatha Yahweh. Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh. Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh. Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of Great Millstone that taught me this truth, that rule well. Peace, salutations to the hopeful 144,000 elect men, saints that are left on planet Earth, as well as the 1/3 men, women, and children only in these last days. And to the new and to the few brothers and sisters listening to me that's in this truth, to you I say Shalom, Abad, Babal, DTA. To the next one.